How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Just before we get into it, if you wouldn't mind, please smash a like on the video. It just helps get it out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when content is out on the channel. My new Wi-Fi goes live tomorrow, so I'm hoping and praying that everything's all good on that front and we can start coming back to you with some lives, hopefully get some guests on throughout the week as we divulge the events of yesterday, as we look ahead to an away game at Luton on Saturday. But yeah, like I say, hopefully we can get some better content out to you throughout the week. I do apologise for this current setup. Hopefully it's all back up and running tomorrow. And yeah, get your comments in as well. Get your comments in. I want to know all your thoughts. I want to know how you're all feeling. Having slept on it, having thought a little bit more about it, I did think that, sleeping on it and reflecting on it and, trying to see the bigger picture, I thought it would help. If anything, it's made me feel worse. This is the lowest I've felt all season. Because, and look, as the title of the video suggests, it isn't over yet, but it is extremely worrying now. It really is. It's just crazy what one game week can do in this running. A few weeks ago, before the international break, we were the ones top of the league, not really focusing on Burnley as much as what Sheffield United were. But now, obviously, Sheffield United 2 points clear of us at the top. We're second only on goal difference, same amount of points as Burnley now. And now we're looking at them. I think Burnley are at Coventry next week and they kick off at the same time as us in the early kick-off at 12:30. So be interesting to obviously be watching our game but then checking their result as well. But ultimately, we just need to go to Luton next week and get the job done. But, more on yesterday's game. I mean, it feels weird saying this in the wake of a defeat, but obviously thank you for all the support and all of your comments and all of your engagement on the match review that I uploaded last night. It was quite a long rant, about 20 minutes long, but I had to get it off my chest. I had to get everything off of my chest because there was a weird energy in Elland Road yesterday, the weirdest of the season, and it's so mad because we started the game off so well. 33 seconds, Brendan Aronson of all people gets a goal. I did fancy him for a goal actually as well. But from that point, the game just went flat as a fart. Felt a similar pattern to the West Brom game at home, in which we scored early, but then we allowed them back into the game. The only difference between that and the West Brom game is that they didn't equalise in the first half. I said it last night and I'll say it again. I thought we were lucky to get in at half-time leading the game. I really did. And on reflection, I think Swansea thoroughly deserved all 3 points yesterday. I really do. I thought they were the better team overall. Yes, Leeds United improved in the second half and when certain subs were made, but it's mad. Even when Nonto scored, I'll be honest, naively, I did think we'd done it then. I did think we'd have enough to hold on and, nick a very valuable win. But it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. And the reaction on social media last night was something else. And it's weird because I kind of thought last night that after doing the match reaction and posting it to YouTube and, you know, doing other bits and bobs, I thought I would just put my phone down and just not look at it. But I couldn't help myself. It's weird, isn't it? After a defeat, you kind of just want to share the misery with other people who are going through it, you know. And yeah, like I say, the reaction was something else. You know, a lot of blame going at Daniel Farke, a lot of blame going at Elland Road, and rightly so, because I think they were both culpable for that draw yesterday. But, you know, Elland Road did cost us the points again, but the performance from the other 10 in front of him was just embarrassing. I thought it was really poor. Started off the game, first 5-10 minutes, I thought we were really good, but then after that, as I said earlier, you know, we allowed them back into the game way too easily. They were knocking the ball about well. They looked confident, you know, and they were 16th in the league prior to kick-off. I'm not sure if that points made them go any higher than that, but, you know, 16th in the division, nothing to play for. They're not going to get playoffs. They're not going to go down. You know, they know they're a championship club next season. And they were playing like they were top of the league. Again, I said it last night, I'll say it again. We looked riddled with nerves, which is a massive worry. Massive worry. We're going into, you know, the final 7 games now. Not in good form. 5 points from a possible 15, or is it 6 from 15 or something like that? Which is 1 win in 5. That's not automatic promotion form. I'm sorry, but it's not. And yeah, look, I'm not saying we're falling apart and that we've bottled it again, because that hasn't happened yet. But I'm at the point now where if Burnley and Sheffield United win next weekend and we fail to win, you know, even if we get another point, I think it could be over then. Genuinely, I think if we drop to 3rd, I can't see how we would be able to bounce back from that. We've been top of the league for 95% of this season, and to drop into 3rd with, what, 6 or 7 games left, you could argue maybe it might suit us hunting rather than being hunted. I don't know. I really don't know. But Burnley and Sheffield United are not going away. The only crumb of comfort that we can all cling on to at the minute is that them two have got to play each other on Easter Monday. Now, if we can find some form again and we are well within in that race on Easter Monday, and if we beat Stoke on Easter Monday, because we play before them, then that game is massive. That game is massive. But yeah, look, you know, Elland Road, I mean, I'm literally running out of things to say about him now. He's an embarrassment of a goalkeeper. He's an absolute joke. If that is the standard, if that is what Leeds United, as the big club that we are, massive club in this division, if that's the standard that we're willing to accept for our number 1 goalkeeper, then that is a very sad state of affairs. The guy had struggled to get into a League 2 team, and I'm not even exaggerating there, genuinely. A League 2 goalkeeper could have caught that ball yesterday, I'm sorry. Not having it. Sam Allardyce is the only manager to come into Leeds United and spot what the problem is. Say whatever you want about Big Sam, his style of play, how he speaks, how he conducts himself, his England career, you know, his England coaching career. We can all have a laugh about that, and that's fine. But at least he had the bollocks to walk into that dressing room and say, listen, son, you're not good enough. Get out. He put Joe Robles in. Yeah, did Robles set the world alight? No, but it was a safer pair of hands than what Illan Meslier was. Think about it. Bielsa played Meslier. Marsh played Meslier. Javi Gracia played Meslier. Even Scabala, when he were in temporary charge, played Meslier. Big Sam came in for that last 4 games, didn't even play him once. Dropped him straight away. Then Farke comes in and puts him straight back in again. The guy's confidence is on the floor. He cannot catch a ball. His distribution is okay, and that's being generous. His positioning, like for their second equaliser yesterday, I mean, goes right across him. His positioning's all wrong. If that's Trafford or Cooper, that gets saved. You know, Burnley and Sheffield United fans were even saying last night, yes, they were taking the mick, which is fair enough. You know, I think, you know, we'd be exactly the same if it was the other way around. But when they actually came back down to earth, you know, they were even saying, all jokes aside, if we had Trafford or Cooper in goal, we'd be about 10 clear by now. And I'm sure that everybody has seen, it might be on TikTok, or there's a video on Twitter or something doing the rounds of all Meslier's errors this season. And when you tot up the amount of points that he's cost us on that video, it's 13 points. Now again, even if you say out of those 13, even if we'd have got 7 or 8 of those, we'd be well on our way right now. And, you know, the title of the review I did last night was He Could Cost Us Promotion. But he could. And, you know, there's a lot of people saying, yeah, he already has, which I understand that way of thinking, but on a technicality, it's not over yet, it isn't. And am I still confident we can get it over the line? Yes, but that might be just blind delusion, because I think if you're a fan now saying that it's not going to happen, then what's the point in following us? You know, we've still got to have that confidence. We've still got to have the belief that we can get it over the line. Having Meslier in net has got us to this point. But I do thoroughly believe if we don't go up automatically, it will be down to Illan Meslier and Daniel Farke's stubbornness in persisting with him. You know, Farke coming out after the game yesterday saying that he's 100% certain that Leeds will be in the Premier League next season. Kind of, you know, he's probably just saying that to put the pressure on him and not the players. But I think in saying that, he's put even more pressure on himself and the players. Because you just know now, don't you, that if Leeds don't go up at all this season, that quote will just do the rounds. Burnley and the Sheffield United fans will be taking the piss out of us. Other fans will. The Championship's going to be much stronger next season. You've got Leicester, Southampton and Ipswich all coming down with very good squads for Championship level. You know, you've got Birmingham coming up from League One, will be good. Wrexham probably coming up will be good as well. Sunderland will strengthen if they're still in the division. Coventry will if they're still in the division. It's going to be much harder to go up. And, you know, if we lose a few of our star players, which we probably will if we don't go up, you know, that's why it's so vital that we go up this season. And, you know, I just think certain decisions from Daniel Farke are just not helping us at the minute. Persisting with Illan Meslier, you know, playing Ampadu yesterday, who was clearly not fit. 35,000 in Elland Road could see it. Why couldn't he? I'd have rather have him had Gruev in. And I don't like Gruev as a player at all, but I'd rather have him being 100% fit, at least. But like I said at the beginning, guys, I am very worried now. I am. But at the same time, you've still got to try and keep the faith, because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point in me doing this? What's the point in all the fans going to games, home and away? You know, I get it's tough at the minute, and it is still quite raw. I'm still not over it. This is going to take a few days to get over, I think. And it's weird because we didn't lose. I think the mood would have been completely worse, you know, so much worse, sorry, if we'd have lost that game. But we didn't, so that's the positive, I guess. But, you know, we are still in the top 2, albeit by goal difference, but we need a big reaction at Luton on Saturday. Massive reaction. You know, they've picked up a bit of form recently. They're fighting to stay in the division, but I don't care. We're a better team than them. And we need to go down there and show it. And show Sheffield United and Burnley that we are not out of this. And that we are right in it. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on and just basically have another rant, because I'm just not over it, guys, as you can tell. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one anyway, as much as you can. Make sure that you're smashing that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and hit the notification bell and get your comments in. Make sure you're checking out the membership features on the channel. Once I've got my new internet and things are back to normal, I'll be trying to get some members only content out. So make sure you're checking out the membership features on the channel. And yeah, like I said, hopefully get some guests on throughout the week to get some other points of view. Try and enjoy the rest of your weekend if you can, and I will see you in a bit. Cheers.